What is up, VoiceHeads? Welcome back to the VoiceHead show. I am your host, Ian Temple Campbell. Some very exciting things have happened since our first two episodes released. We had a lot more views on that than I would have possibly imagined that we would. And so first off, thank you so much to you. Please like, subscribe, share, all the stuff that all the other shows tell you, and it's kind of annoying. I'm telling you that, but it's not annoying somehow. Anyway, we got a really exciting show for you. One comment that we got from the last time from our friend Alex, friend of the show, he said that he really enjoyed it, but I could do a little bit to like kind of improve my backgrounds a little bit. So we rented out Wembley Stadium. Enjoy. It's cost a fortune. We're never going to be able to pay it back. It's in black and white, which I thought that was just the movies, but Wembley is actually in black and white. Here, it appears to be the man of the hour that we're going to be talking about, but that's actually a mime. He's holding very still. But if you see his arms start to get tired and he drops them, please let me know, and so I can dock his pay. This, of course, is Freddie Mercury, and that is why I'm wearing this construction helmet. I'm also wearing white pants. And let the record show that it is after Labor Day. It is beyond Labor Day. The white pants thing, I am crossing that faux pas threshold just for Mr. Freddie Mercury, who we're here to honor. Not that he needs it, but we give our honor freely. Another thing you may notice is Wembley Stadium appears to have a slight light leak where my finger is. I hope that doesn't ruin your experience. Our lawyers are looking into it because we don't quite feel like we're getting the full Wembley experience with these minor issues. However, let us continue. We are going to be looking at one of my favorite Queen songs. It's a song called "It's a Hard Life," because it is in fact a hard life, and Freddie gets it, and he gave us this little song, this little gem, to take with us through our trials and tribulations. But we're here for vocal technique. That's what the VoiceHead show is all about, is delving into vocal technique. So we're going to be doing that immediately. Here we go. Now, I am going to share the movie, and you will see me, and even though, according to this, it appears that I'm in the lower left, looking left, I'm actually looking at the screen with you. Thank you very much. Thank you, Zoom, for adding a little bit more confusion. And I don't know what happened to Wembley Stadium. They seem to have turned the lights off. Okay, anyway, let us continue. It's a Hard Life by Queen, vocal breakdown, VoiceHead. Ian Temple Campbell is your host. Like, subscribe, share, blah, blah, blah. Here we go. Pin drops, pin drops.
I don't want my freedom. There's no reason for living with a broken heart.
Oh, let's get into that. Now, oh man, what do you say about that? How have you ever heard a song come in so heavy? Now, some vocal tricks for you singers out there. Do not try this if you don't have a good amount of experience and coordination and blah, 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 blah. Because the way he comes in here is so heavy on such a high note. It's just remarkable. I wish I had a thing in front of me to find out what note that is exactly so we could work on the registration. But it's high, and he's coming in heavy. Now, it's not as heavy as it sounds because he's using his false vocal folds and his true vocal folds, creating vocal fry, stress, tension, in order to create the drama. I don't... Hang on a second. Let me add my Freddie-izer, the A range. Oh, I guess it is working. Okay. Very good. I don't want my freedom. It's even a little bit raspier. He must have been in the studio all night long to sound so dry. He doesn't come in like that when he does it live. But then to create the dynamics, he goes, "There's no reason for living with a broken heart." right? Now it all kind of blends together because he's Freddie and he's doing his thing, and you expect it to be all over the place, and it just sounds like, wow, Freddie, but he's breaking it into these different beats. I don't want my freedom. Guh, guh, guh. There's no reason for living with a broken heart. Right? Amazing. Amazing. So a lot of hardcore M1 chest voice. Let's go into head voice. Ends in breathy head. Right? Let us continue. Riff.
This is a tricky situation.
I gotta pause it right there. Situation. This is kind of like a lead singer alpha move that like a great lead singer does. It kind of like takes over a room in a way. When you enter on something so hardcore, and you just drop some ridiculous pronunciation, you know. This is right out of Planet Freddie. I would say it's out of Planet Mercury, but that's taken. So anyway, Planet Freddie, situation. You see other lead singer greats do this kind of thing, you know, like I would say strange. An Englishman would say strange. What would Mick Jagger say? Strange. Right? Where the hell did he get that from? But again, you see it, he gets away with it. He kind of becomes the leader of the pack because he's just gotten away with something so ridiculous in front of everybody and nobody's calling him out. Now, obviously, nobody can call him out because he's on stage, he's got the microphone, but still in our caveman brains, there's a story about Vlad the Impaler, okay? Supposedly, this guy was so bad, so mean, that he would take a golden chalice worth like what the little peasants wouldn't make in like 3 years and put it right in the middle of the town square, completely unprotected, because he was such a cruel badass that anyone who took that, like horrifying things would happen to them, that nobody touched it. So as a display of his power, he just kind of left himself all vulnerable with this golden chalice there. Does that make sense? So again, you say situation, and everyone just goes, wow, it is a tricky situation. You kind of own them in a way. Let us continue.
I've only got myself to blame. It's just a simple fact of life. It can happen to anyone.
Oh, okay. Right before that drop. Freddie does this thing that the greats do. And that's they set up these dichotomies and there's a vocal manifestation of the dichotomy. So he's got kind of like stuffy British society. It's just a simple fact of life. It could happen to anyone. Right? And it's all just this very airy-fairy, Wuthering Heights kind of. So that's how he sets it up with this head voice. And then listen how he contrasts it, right?
Simple fact of life. It can happen to anyone. You win, you lose.
Oh. Let's keep going.
The chance you have to take with love. Oh yeah, I fell in love. But now you say it's over and I'm falling apart.
Okay. So again, English society, simple fact of life. It could happen to anyone. And then, boom, you win. Oh man, I'm a little bit. You win, you lose. It's a chance you got to take in love. Right? So then suddenly, it hits it with chest. So it sets up this whole dichotomy of like, polite British society. And then like, how things really are. You know? And so when you get these vocal dynamics, it makes your performance just so enjoyable. I wish I was hitting some of these things for you, but I'm trying to give you ideas here. So my technique In this instance, tertiary. Okay, let's continue. Here we go, chorus.
It's a hard life.
So there. So going into the chorus, he hits you with the, yeah, it's a hard life. Dynamics, dynamics, dynamics. So chorus, you think, oh, this is going to be mega, right? And he leads you into it with the pre-chorus of, yeah! And then he just, it's a hard life. But it doesn't sound like too much of a letdown because the chorus kicks in. I mean, the other singers. And man, the other singers of Queen, they're like the best backup singers ever. Except for maybe the bass player from Van Halen, maybe. All right, let's continue. Chorus.
To be true lovers together, to love and live forever in each other's hearts. It's a long, hard fight.
Oh yeah. So the first chorus, the first time somebody's hearing the first chorus to your song, you gotta hit it just right down the middle, straight and narrow. You don't want to fall into the temptation of taking the riffs and stuff that you're going to bring in on chorus number 3. You got to keep the first one clean and very simple and chopped down. You just do. And Freddie does it, right? Here we go.
It's a long, hard fight to learn to care for each other, to trust in one another right from the start. When you're in love.
This video is... Roger Taylor famously hated this video, the bass player from Queen. Loved the song, hated the video. I'm showing you the video because what he does in the studio recording is so good, and I figured we might as well watch the video as much as I paid for Wembley Stadium over here. Okay. When you're in love. So again, that chorus is, it's mostly chest. One another right from the start. When you're in love. All right, let's continue. Verse number 2.
I try mend the broken pieces.
Super breathy.
I try to fight back the tears. They say it's just a state of mind, but it happens to everyone.
All right. I got to keep breaking this up. I could just listen to it, right? So again, he's building this. I try to mend the broken pieces. And here, verse number 2. Remember what I said about you got to lay it down kind of on the straight and narrow? Very often, Freddie Mercury, verse number 2, he starts playing with tempo. Now, he doesn't do this so much live, and that's probably because his band would want to kill him. However, in the studio, on verse number 2, Freddie, here the beat is like, I try to mend the broken pieces. Right, but he goes, I try to mend the broken pieces. I try to fight back the tears. It's all out of time, right? And so it creates this sense of just getting overcome with emotion that, the great Freddie Mercury can't even keep on the meter because he's so overcome. All right, you get it. It's amazing. Let's move.
How it hurts deep inside when your love has cut you down inside. It's life is tough.
Oh, man, isn't that the best? How it hurts deep inside when your love has cut you down to size. Life is tough. Oh, he could just go from dumb to twink to dumb in a single note. This is why he's the master. Oh, I love that. Let's go hear it again.
Just a state of mind, but it happens to everyone.
Come on.
How it hurts deep inside when your love has cut you down inside. It's life is tough on your own.
Oh, life is tough on your own. On your own. Ooh, little doggy yip in there.
Waiting for something to fall from the skies. I'm waiting for love. It's a hard life.
Oh come on. I mean, come on. Now I'm waiting for something to fall from the skies. I'm waiting for love. It's a hard life. Man, I mean, come on, shut it down. Shut it down. I mean, what a cool riff. What a cool, like, ascending arpeggio. You'll hear singers do this. And if you're ever struggling with this, you just got to lighten up your mechanism. Light. Got to be on really low breath. Really, really smooth, low. Right? As soon as you try to put any thyroarytenoid, aka chest voice, on it, you're not going to be able to hit those little riffs. So if you're having trouble, it's because you're using air to modify pitch instead of just letting the vocal cords, as my teacher Justin Stoney says, be in charge of their own destiny. Let us continue.
Two lovers together, to love and live forever in each other's hearts. It's a long, hard fight to learn to care for each other, to trust and
learn to care for each other. Yeah, I bet he's modifying where his mic is too. You know, learn to care for each other, to trust in one another right from the start. You know, you see him do this kind of stuff on stage. The greats all do it. It looks cool. I mean, it looks weird, right? The more breathy and low, the closer. The more belty and strong, the further away. Doing your own little EQ adjustment and peak level adjustment. Of course, everything's on compressors, as am I. Ah! So, you know, it is what it is. All right, let us continue.
another right from the start when you're in love.
All right, musical interlude. I think if I keep talking over this, it won't. I don't know how that works with triggering the sensors and blah 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 blah. Here's Brian May. Wow, playing a skull guitar. Is that on eBay? I wonder if it's on eBay. Come on. Oh, let's get some more people signing up, please. Subscribe, like, and subscribe. If we get 1,000 people, then I get monetized. And then a little bit after that, we put in an eBay bid on the skull guitar right here. And then I'll bring that in. How cool will that be for the show? Skipping ahead. I mean, Queen, they just build up the vibe so much. Oh. I think I gotta just keep skipping over this so the censors don't think I'm just playing the song. Oh. Yeah! Right? He keeps it cute at the end there, unlike me. I got a little lower tongue on that. But again, this is studio magic. Mix it, I think it's panned off to the left, right? So then you can keep the lead vocals clean, but you just really build that dramatic tension.
In a world that's filled with sorrow, there are people searching for love in every way.
You can see how people searching for love in every way. Gets a little bit preachy, gets a little bit, jumps ahead of the beat there, right? He's not on the beat there. There are people searching for love in every way.
It's a long, hard fight, but I'll always live for tomorrow. I look back on myself and say, I did it for love.
Oh, here we go.
Yes, I did it for love. For love. Oh, I did it for love.
Wow. Look at that. He did it for love, guys. I mean, what line is better to end a song on than I did it for love? And just, let's hear that again. All that opera training, all those operatic little riffs and runs. Oh, I love that riff too. It's just iterates so perfectly. My wife and I, we listened to this song like a bunch of times in a row. And I didn't really know it that well, and she was just like, "Ian, you gotta hear this one." That song is just magic. It just that riff. It's like a Rubik's cube, and they just keep twisting it around. Oh, yeah. So Freddie Mercury, dynamics. He's playing with the rhythm, and then he's using this very breathy, which is a pure head voice, by the way. People think of their head voice as starting. No, your head voice goes all the way down. It's very, very quiet, but this is what a pure head voice sounds like. Without any TA muscles, it's very hard to hear. On a microphone, you could hear it, but you can talk really breathy and low, and this is pure head voice from a scientific perspective, right? So, situation. And another thing that Freddie does that you can kind of slowly start to incorporate into your own singing technique is basically the way a regular normal mortal uses their voice is they speak with a lot of chest, and they might get kind of yelly, and you get up to a certain point, and then it kind of breaks, right? And then you kind of talk like this, and you sing up here, and right? People talk about singing without a break. You get your head voice to extend all the way down. You get your chest voice to go as high as it possibly can. When it starts to crack, and you work that area with, guttural fricatives like "g," right? You're careful about this because you don't want to hurt your instrument, okay? And then you have like good technique, right? Where you've got like this nice mix range. When people talk about a singer having a good voice, they mean that they're singing with a good mix of chest voice and head voice. Now, what Freddie Mercury does, and the only person I can think of who does it more is Rob Halford from Judas Priest. And that is to do the opposite, right? So then he'll kind of sing low down here, and then bah, and then la 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 la. Right? It's the opposite of what the voice is kind of designed to do. So happen to anyone, you win, you lose. There's a chance you gotta take in love. Oh yeah! Right? It's cool. It's a cool thing. People, it's very unexpected. You want to delight and thrill and surprise your audience. Now, this is technically bad technique, so you don't want to be doing this through an entire show. But if you want to find little gems of like places to pop that, that's a really cool technique. I'm trying to think of where Rob Halford does. There's more to life. I'm gonna live it up. Taking flight, I said I'll never give it up. Oof, I'm not hitting these notes. It's okay. You get the idea. Using the chest higher and then the head voice lower. When you can pull this off, it's really, really cool, really special, makes you really, really stand out. Ending thoughts. Freddie Mercury, the absolute greatest. Zoroastrian. How cool is that? Who's ever met a Zoroastrian? Please drop a line below in the comments. And again, thank you so much for sticking around. And I hope you learned a little bit more about the technique of Freddie Mercury. And I hope you can apply this, whether it's in your shower, in the karaoke hall, in the band tryout place, in the band practice space, and on the stage in front of, hundreds of thousands of screaming fans. Maybe back here at good old Wembley. Can we get can we go back to Wembley here? Oh yeah. And we're back. Anyway, drink it in. There's one more little surprise besides the white pants and the construction worker helmet and the mustache. Look at this. Boom! Mic stand. Pops right out. How about that? Thank you very much, VoiceHead. See you on the next one.